Hi Gemini, Stella here, and welcome to your October reading. I'm going to go ahead and just jump right in, but I am offering a beta trial for my healing sessions. So I offer energetic healing sessions where we focus on nervous system regulation, any memories, emotions, behavior patterns, beliefs that are stuck in your system. So anything that is repeatedly coming up, you recognize the pattern, and it's stopping you from manifesting or stopping you from moving forward, we can work on that energetically and heal those. So if you're interested in that, I'm offering free sessions to a limited number of people. The sessions are about 30 to 60 minutes long. And in exchange, I would just ask for your detailed review of the experience. So with that said, if that sounds of interest, send me an email. I will link it down below. And let's get on to your reading. If you like this reading, if you find value in it, please do like, share, subscribe. It helps me out a lot. If you enjoy the readings, you can also donate. That's super helpful. We all have to make a living, and for creators that put a lot of time into their creations, it's a great way for you to be able to give back and to keep the creation process going. When I was tuning into your energy, I got getting a really strange image for you guys. I'm getting like, I'm just seeing a road, like a road or like a tile or sidewalk in front of me, and there's a little dot, like a black dot on the ground, and the focus, it's like if it was a movie, the focus goes from, you know, a wide angle all the way, and it just zooms into this little dot on the ground. I'm getting like flower, like a flower that grows up in between the concrete. I have no idea what that means, but we'll keep going. We'll see if it connects back. Okay, Gemini. This reading is for October. It's for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Whenever you see this reading is when you're meant to, it's when the message is meant to resonate with you. This reading is meant for you, the person watching this right now. We got Wheel of Fortune pop out right up above, which means good fortune, things turning out your way, intuition, all of the threads of fate coming together. So like all the different people and places and energies coming together in a way that just works out for you. That's really beautiful, actually. And then we got the 9 of Wands, but in reverse. And the World, you guys, we got the World, but it's in reverse. Okay. So we'll come back to that. Let me go ahead and just Gemini. All right. Okay, so I see you coming out of a difficult time. I see a lot of positive cards. The World, like I said, the Wheel of Fortune. This is like destiny, you know? Things, the wheel is turning. Things are changing. Things are happening. Things are coming in. It may not be exactly what you envisioned for yourself, but it's what is in line with your destiny. It's what life, it's the path, the string. Notice all the strings here, the string of fate that life wants you to take. It's all coming together in this really beautiful way to create a sort of like portal for you to walk through. I'm just noticing the sun in the vision that I had. It was kind of like that. It's just like a black dot. So maybe you're like, I don't know, I'm getting images of like Alice walking through the door in Alice in Wonderland. So like, I think you're walking through a portal. I think you're getting ready to step through to a new reality. And maybe it's different than what you expected, because this Nine of Wands represents this stairway that you built for yourself. Wands represent motivation, inspiration. They're the fire element. So it's like, these are all the different like motivating factors that caused you to put that you put in place so that you could climb that ladder and get to the goal, whatever that goal is for you. It's in the reverse. And the fact that Wheel of Fortune is showing up in the upright and the world is in reverse, the world is having everything in the palm of your hands, having things work out in a beautiful way. Now, the energy is here. The world energy is here, meaning potential, your wildest dreams, are available to you, but currently they're in the reverse. And then we've got this Wheel of Fortune upright. So I think something is coming in. Fate is coming in an unexpected way to deliver you to a new world, a new realm, a new, you're going to be stepping through this portal into a new world that, although it's not what you expected, it's exactly what you needed. Okay, and then in your recent past, we have the Six of Wands. So you're coming out of a difficult situation. You can see how dark and tangled that is. And again, wands are motivation, fire. So this is like triumph after struggle. This is what's on your conscious mind. So you're very much thinking about everything you've gone through to get where you are, and the fact that it's just starting to pay off, and you can just now see like the beauty and the hope in all the struggle that you've been through, really. This is super positive reading. We do have the Devil in your present energy crossed by the Nine of Cups. Very interesting. So in your recent past, we have Temperance. I'm going to pull a guidance card on this to give us some clarity. What is this Temperance about? What does Gemini need to know for Temperance? Strength. So I think you've been using your strength of will to sort of wait it out. Like I said, you've been through something really difficult, and you knew that it was going to take time to heal. And you knew that you had to go through this sort of like limbo waiting period in order to get the results that you wanted. And it took a lot of inner strength. It took a lot of courage, and it took a lot of calm, heart-centered energy. In your present, we do have the Devil, and he's upright. So the Devil represents anything that causes you to remain stuck, to remain stagnant. Now, remember that any and all energies can be at play in your life at any given time. This specific reading, like at the time that you watch this, this is the energy that is most representative of what's going on. So this Devil energy, whatever circumstance or energy or people or substance in your life is binding you, is creating a tie that you can't untie easily, something that binds you, that ties you down, that puts you in, chains sort of thing, chains you to a behavior or a way of thinking or behaving. That's what's on your mind right now. So, I have one clarity on this Devil, please. It's going to be different for everybody. Seven of Wands. So I think you're feeling very defensive about whatever this is. One more, please. Why do we have so much waiting energy? This in reverse. So yeah, it's almost like you have emotional ties to whatever this Devil energy is, and you're not wanting to walk away, because Eight of Cups is about knowing, even though there's good things about a situation, it's not right for you anymore for whatever reason, and it's time to walk away. And we all know when that happens because our intuition will tell us, or a series of events will tell us that it's time to move on. And this is a really difficult card because it's hard to let go of something when there are still good aspects about it, right? But it's in the reverse. So if upright, it represents the willingness to walk away. In the reverse, you're not willing to end this chapter yet, whatever this devil energy is for you. And you're feeling very defensive about it. Like you have beliefs about this thing that is binding, you know, it causes you to not be able to expand in the way that you otherwise would. And you feel very defensive about it, Gemini. And what's crossing you, is the 9 of Cups. So like, or sorry, 10 of Cups. So ultimate happiness. So this devil, whatever this is preventing you from feeling happy about your life, from feeling good about what's going on. And you've been so patient. You have so much inner strength. But you have this direction, this string of fate that's sort of like beckoning you, calling you, and you're not willing to walk down that road because of whatever this devil thing. It very much could be addictions. It could be a toxic relationship pattern. It could be a toxic cycle. So maybe like self-criticism cycle or something like that. Something that holds you back. And I'm going to pull a guidance for why is Gemini defensive of this? Why is Gemini so resistant to let go? Why are they so resistant to let go? Because you committed to it at some point. Because at some point you made a commitment or you made a promise and you don't want to rock the boat. Things are just how they are right now. You have just enough. You have enough coins, but you see how his hands are full. He can't reach for another coin, even if somebody was handing it to him, because if he does, he's going to drop one of these. So the 4 of coins is about like you have enough, but it's not opulent. It's not abundant. It's just enough. It's just enough, and it's fulfilling your needs. But you're like so eager to hold on to that you're not willing to open up your hands and allow for something to come in. Like it's like a very strict budget, like not wanting to spend any money, not wanting to change anything or take a risk to try to bring in more money because you're worried that by doing so you're going to disrupt the flow, you know. And it's this conundrum. It is this devil energy because the very thing that you need to do in order to allow more abundance to come in is loosen up a little bit and be willing to open up and try something new and take a risk so that new energy can come in. Because when you're clamped down like this regarding your money, there's no way that anything can penetrate that and get into your system. And then I think you made a promise to somebody, like maybe you committed to, there's also emotional and like moral or ethical ties to this money. The scenario I'm getting is like maybe you've been working for a friend and you've been very patient, but you have your own vision of what you want for yourself, but you promised this friend that you would see it through, you would help them maybe build their business or help them with something. And we also had this pop out, which I didn't read in the beginning, but the 8 of coins, which is about endless work. So just working like so hard and producing so much results, but never really stopping to appreciate it. Like just grind, you know, hustle, grind. So maybe you've been doing that for this friend and it's keeping you from being able to embrace this vision that universe has for yourself. And maybe that's why Alice, you have to almost like stumble upon this portal and fall into it, because you're not willingly going to let go of what you have because of this promise. It's like almost like an ethical, moral dilemma, because you're like, but I promised, but I committed, even though I know that opening up and allowing, you know, universe to turn that wheel of fate and focus on myself is the right thing to do, because you're not even happy where you are. This is your challenge. Your challenge is to be happy and contented and feel the range of emotions. You're not feeling all of that because you're feeling defensive. And maybe other people are telling you, hey, Gemini, it's time to walk away. It's time to focus on yourself a little bit. your friend, your family member, whoever it is, they can get by without you. Try to focus on yourself, and you're really defensive. You're almost like eager. You're like fighting with other people, which is what this card is. He's ready to fight, right? He's got like this fence around him. He's got this weapon. He's using his values and his morals as a weapon to defend and push away. Very interesting. Can I have one card on like, what is this thing that Gemini, death? So interesting. Did somebody, first, you can't take a break. Did somebody that you know experience something really difficult and like you feel like you need to be there for them? And the world upright. Look at that. Yeah. So I think you feel like you can't rest. You feel like you can't stop because either you or somebody you know has been through something really difficult and you've committed to like seeing them through it. But the world here is available for you when you kind of refocus onto yourself. In your subconscious mind, we have the 4 of Wands and the Chariot and Judgment. So we got a couple repeating cards here. We got the World and the Chariot. Five of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you might even be arguing with this person. You're fighting with this person. But on your subconscious mind is like wanting to find balance between your values and your ideals. Because look, we have the 4 of Wands here and the 4 of Wands here. Wow, I didn't even notice that. Same card. So on your subconscious mind, and this is what's like influencing this devil energy. You're wanting to find balance between like what you believe in, what you're committing to, and you know the exterior world and your results. And but something's causing you to be stuck. And then in your future energy, we have the Hanged Man, which is all about perseverance. It's all about being willing to, and the 8 of Wands, so defensive again. It's all about being patient. So it's almost like I'm not reading it in a positive way, because it's almost like you're willing to just wait and see it out. On the other hand, Gemini, if it's not negative, we do have this devil though. So maybe what I was just saying about the friend and everything, like all of that still applies. Like you're tired. You feel tired of having to stand up. You committed to helping this person, and you want to try to find balance between your morals and your own vision for yourself. And you're feeling like if you can just stick this out, if you can just defend yourself and defend your choices and your you know, your commitment to this person, even though you know it's holding you back. I'm getting like self-sacrifice energy. So like, even though you know it's holding you back, you feel like this butterfly. You feel like you're going to go through, this is what's on your mind. You feel like if you go through these brambles, if you go through this darkness with someone else, or even if it's not with somebody else, whatever this devil energy is, if you stick it out and you go through this difficult situation, that you're going to come out so much better. And that's like what you're focusing on. So you're willing to, you have faith that universe is going to make it turn out all right. And it's going to be worth it that you stuck with this energy to see it through. But I'm getting really cautionary, like, intuition, because the devil here he's tricky, you know. It's like that self-sacrifice energy. When you feel, it's very easy to feel like you're doing the right thing, like you're doing the moral thing, and then before you know it, you have given all you can give. You don't have anything else to give. You can't be happy. This is what's challenging you. This is what is, you're struggling to find happiness. And also, universe is asking you to focus on happiness, to try to find this happiness in yourself. But if you're so focused on like being this martyr and you're like, nope, I will not walk away. I'm patient as a saint. I will stay here for as long as it takes. I will dig my heels in. I will defend my decisions. I don't care what anyone else thinks, because I know when I come through this fire, it's going to be worth it. I'm going to be able to spread my wings. But what if in reality, Gemini, everything you wanted, this wheel of fortune, this world energy, is already in front of you? And by digging your heels in and being stubborn, you're disallowing this energy to show up in your life. Pull a challenge and a guidance, please. I have an overall challenge and guidance for Gemini. And we have judgment here, challenge and guidance. We have judgment here, which is like divine judgment, moral, ethical code. As your guidance, we have the Magician, which is all about recognizing your own inner strength, recognizing that you have everything that you need to make your dreams a reality, to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. It's all within your hands, basically. And then your challenge, your overall challenge, is the Father of Wands, but it is in reverse. So Father of Wands is about being very morally convicted, being very motivated. It's fire, right? So it's fire. Fire will burn anything in its path, right, to get where it's going. And this is a cobra, so I'm getting like an element of like poison, you know, like poison, like passion that's so strong that it's no longer positive. It's poisonous and it's toxic because it's so one-sided. It's so hell-bent on one direction that it doesn't see anything else in its path. It is in the reverse, your challenge. So it's okay. So two things, like this challenge card, it's what you're struggling with, and it's also what universe is challenging you to adopt. So universe is like, if you can adopt this, it's going to help you. If you can find happiness, it's going to help you. You're having a hard time doing it right now. If you can let go a little bit of your moral stance, your decision to be defensive and to not walk away and to stick it out no matter what, if you can loosen that a little bit and just begin, just be open to seeing it from a different perspective. Just simply that, because right now you're like making enemies and you're not willing to walk away from something that's clearly crumbling or clearly holding you hostage. It's not crumbling, it's holding you hostage. And we have this chariot energy wanting you to move forward. But you're like, nope, I made a promise, I made a commitment, I'm sticking it out. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how ugly it gets. I don't care how bad or how hurt or how, I don't care. I committed to this. I'm here to see it through, is how you feel. But the problem with that is it's so, I don't want to say self-centered, but it's so like, it's such a singular focus that it's not going to allow anything else to come in. And it might take you tripping and stumbling into this portal, right? Walking down the sidewalk, and all of a sudden you fall into this black hole that takes you to a new, place, because you are being so stubborn. So sometimes when we are that way, the universe has to come in and like trip us up to help reset the energy. So the challenge, what universe is challenging you to do, is loosen your grip a little bit on your like moral conviction. We all know you have inner strength. We all know that you can be patient and you have temperance and you have, you can withstand. And we know that you're very convicted. You guys are so mentally sharp, you're 10 steps ahead of everybody else. So, but try to loosen up a little bit and don't hold so tight onto your singular belief, in whatever idea, whatever commitment you've made. You might need to do like an energetic healing where you release the soul tie or the energetic or karmic tie to this devil energy that you have, because it's you have so many positive cards, Gemini, but it's doing nothing but stopping you up. Okay, I'm gonna pull your oracle, overall oracle card. It's this one, the snake. Okay, so we got the snake here with the cobra, and you see how he's eating his tail. So it's like this never ending cycle. This is a super powerful totem animal to have. The snake is a very powerful symbol. Okay, guardian of the unawakened magic and creative potential. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of the spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. What would your life look like if you woke up? How can you stir it from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste. The snake appears when there's no more time to waste. You, like I said, you're getting to the end of this sort of like portal where if you don't change, you're going to start, it's still in the upright, but if you don't loosen up a little bit, it's going to you're going to start to feel the negative effects, and you're going to start to really be slowed up and start to get weighed down by this devil energy. Right now, you still have a way out. It's very easy. You can just change your mind. But once the physical energy starts like coming in and matching that stubborn, like rigid, stiff energy, you can imagine it's stubborn, stiff, and rigid. It's very, very hard to get out of, and it's easier to call it in than it is to climb out when you're ready. So it's easier to change your mind now and look at the snake energy and go, what other potentials are there for me? What other possibilities exist? Can I just be open to them this month? Because you're digging yourself into a hole that might be very difficult to climb out later. Okay? If you would like assistance with this, I would be happy to go into this in a session with you. Either you can check out my website for my services, or if you want to do the free energetic healing, this is a great scenario to kind of dig into. What is that devil energy for you? Again, I'm happy to offer it for free during this beta run. So just send me an email if you'd like to look into it further. Please like, share, subscribe, and I love you guys. I will see you next month.